now for the second semi-final in the women's teams archery competition here at Baku 2015. We're at the Tawfik Bamarov Stadium. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Certainly been some super matchups in this women's teams competition. Italy through to the gold medal match. Russia in the bronze medal match at the moment. The winner of this one between Belarus and Ukraine meet Italy for the gold medal. It will be Russia in the bronze medal match.
Representing Belarus, Anna Marusova, Ekaterina Timofeyeva, Alena Tolkach. On target 2, representing Ukraine, Veronika Marchenko, Anastasia Pavlova, Lydia Sechenikova, and the judge will be Kristina Lasakova.
So semi-final action in the women's team's archery. Belarus versus Ukraine. Belarus coming through matches against Spain. And then they eliminated the top seeds, Germany, in the quarterfinals. Ukraine coming in as the 4th seeded team. And they had wins over the Netherlands. And then dramatic shootout win against Georgia in the quarterfinals. 27 apiece in that shoot-off. Ukraine closest to the centre.
Ready for the second semi-final.
So they move through to the semi-final. So Belarus versus Ukraine. Anna Marusova, Ekaterina Timofeyeva and Alena Tolkach representing Belarus. And for Ukraine is Veronika Marchenko, Anastasia Pavlova and Lydia Shechenikova. And this is Anastasia Pavlova, the 20-year-old, to start things for Ukraine. Indoor youth champion, or world indoor champion rather, from last year. Veronika Marchenko with a 9 with her first arrow. And now the third of the Ukrainian archers, Lydia Shechenikova. She's taking her time to get adjusted again. High stakes here at Baku now. The archers have a 2-minute time limit. The wind is gusting a bit again here at Baku. But she's shown in this competition to date she has nerves of steel, does Shechenikova. Despite her age of 22, she did well there to hang tough. 2-minute time limit for all 6 arrows. 3 arrows per team. Any other team up with their first 3 arrows. Highest set score wins. 2 points. Best of 4 sets. So Marusova starting first for Belarus. It was Alena Tolkach. And now Ekaterina Timofeyeva, the 38-year-old who's been in outstanding form in this women's team's competition, closing things out for Belarus. Looks like that first arrow from Marusova might be upgraded to a 10, so provisionally 27 all after the first rotation. tens yet for Ukraine. Last arrow of the set now for Lydia Shchenikova. So 53 points for Ukraine out of a maximum of 60. So Belarus have an opportunity, a big opportunity to win the first set. Belarus, remember, being a successful team. Didn't like it. Tolkash pulled back quickly with an 8. That puts the pressure on just a little bit here. Timofeyeva needs a 10 to make this win secure. Gets a 9, so 53 apiece. But that first arrow from Marusova, right on the edge, been provisionally scored a 9, likely to be boosted to a 10. Yes, the Belarusian team have been very solid as a unit over the past few years. Marusova has been part of the team that came second at the World Championships in the team's competition 2 years ago. She's been a 2-time bronze medalist in the individual European Championship competition dating back to 2000 and 2004. So Marusova, who is going first in these teams competition for Belarus. Yes, you can see just on the scoreboard there, that first arrow has gone up to 10 points. So that means Belarus will win that opening set and take the 2 set points over Ukraine. Pavlova there, Marusova there she is with the purple hat. Her first arrow upgraded to a 10. 2 set points to 0 after the first set to Belarus. So here comes Anastasia Pavlova again. She's had an outstanding record at junior level. 2-time world youth champion. 2-time European youth champion, both indoors and outdoors. Terrific performer at youth level, now moving into the senior ranks here at these European Games in Baku. Marchenko here, another one who's been a former world and European indoor youth champion. Also been a world indoor champion, senior champion as well, Marchenko, so she's a very good archer, despite being just 22. So 3 9s to Ukraine. A little bit disappointed that the 10 wasn't secured. Yet, no 10s for Ukraine in this match. Marusova, she sets high standards for herself. She won't be happy with that. The beauty of archery is you've got to put it behind you and focus on the next one. Nothing you can do about the last one now. Tolkash. This is a semi-final in the women's team's competition. Belarus up by 2 set points to 0 over Ukraine. Winner to meet Italy in the gold medal match. Loser to face the Russian Federation in the bronze medal match. That last arrow from Timofeyeva, brilliant. Right in the 10 zone, keeping her team competitive in this second set. Nadia Shinchenikova just taking her time again. 22-year-old. Represented her country at the London Olympic Games 2012. That's a 10. Oh, just when you think she's looking unsettled and a bit ruffled, she comes back and proves otherwise. 55 points, that's a competitive score. It's 29 to win. 2 10s and a 9 are required by Belarus to win this set. Tolkash has got to get a 10 here. 10 and a 9 to tie the set. And Tolkash just gets the 9, so a 10 just to tie from Timofeyeva, and she is certainly capable of doing just that. 10 with her last arrow. Oh, I think she has it. Looks pretty good. Provisionally scored a 9, but looks fairly good. And clipped the line. She is brilliant for Belarus. Ekaterina Timofeyeva. Seventeenth in the individual was Timofeyeva. There you see on the left of screen in that last shot. 23rd at Beijing. The individual in those Olympic Games. So 55 to 54, the provisional score. Likely to be 55 all, though.
Ukraine was 4 at the end of the ranking round, 5-3 against Netherlands and 5-4 against Georgia in the quarter-final. They are shooting.
Has been upgraded, that last arrow, from Timofeyeva to 55. So that set has been shared. Still being ratified as speak to you, but that Timofeyeva, she has been brilliant so far. Some great coverage there from slow motion replays. Brilliant coverage. Development of those cameras in the last few years. So confirmation that set has been shared, 55 apiece. 3 set points to 1. Belarus leading Ukraine. Magic set point number 5. That will get you through and win the match. So that means Belarus, if they win this set, will go through to the gold medal match against Italy. So high stakes now for Ukraine. Brilliant start from Pavlova. Marchenko. Had 11 nines out of their 14 arrows. Ukraine just 1 arrow outside the yellow zone in this match. 29 out of 30. Doesn't get much better than that. Even though Ukraine now down 3 set points to 1, they've been very consistent. All 3 of their archers, as I mentioned, just 1 outside the yellow zone in the match so far. 15 arrows. There's 1 definitely out of the yellow zone. Marusova, just a 7. She didn't like that one, Timofeyeva. Just 6 points scored. Well, Ukraine, barring an absolute disaster, have got this one wrapped up. 3 solid arrows here. comfortably win this set.
7.
I want to get more than 30 points clear here to just close this out. It's a 45, so an 8 from Shachinikova here will win the set for Ukraine. Margin will be too great for Belarus. Yes, and she has the 8. Just drops below the 9 and the 8, but that will be enough for Ukraine to win this set. So the match is still alive. So the match will be all set up heading into this fourth set. We locked up at 3 set points each. Another terrific match here in the women's teams event. It's been fantastic competition. Tomofieva hoping to put that poor out last arrow behind her. Comes back with a 9 after a 6 in the first of that set. So comfortably winning that set, Ukraine. Due to a 7 and a 6 being scored by Belarus. It really gave the Ukraine team a big advantage in that one. But this is the beauty of teams archery and the way sets are structured now, the set-based format. Belarus are still very much in this match, even though their total scores over the 3 sets so far, Ukraine total 161 points, Belarus 158, but it's the all-important set scores which determine winners of matches in teams competition these days, and after this one it'll be 3 apiece.
Scoring confirmed 3 times the match between Belarus and Ukraine.
53-50 was in fact the final score of that third set. So it all comes down to this last set in this semi-final of the women's team's archery competition. Ukraine against Belarus, 3 set points apiece. 6 arrows per team, high score wins. If it's tied, we'll go to a shoot-off. Here is Anastasia Pavlova to start the final set. Anything in the red zone will be putting pressure on her teammates. Good comeback there from Marchenko. Now Lydia Shachinikova, the 22-year-old. Just waiting for the breeze just to die away a little bit. The Archers have 2 minutes to fire their 3 arrows. It's the time limit. Rather, their 6 arrows over the course of the set. Plenty of time, and Shachinikova just outside the 10 zone. So 27 points for Ukraine, and now Belarus. Hanna Marusava. Good example there of how solid and stable top archers are. Absolute statues on the starting line. Marusava on that occasion. Now Elena Tolkash. Ekaterina Timofieva opened the last set with just a 6. Don't think that will be repeated this time. It's a 9, very close to a 10. So after the first rotation, we're in the balance. It's coming down to these last 3 arrows per team. Who will make the final? Pavlova just sneaks into the 9. Close call for her. Here's Veronika Marchenko now. Close to a 10. So this average of 9 points per arrow continues. Comes down to Zichinikova here. 9, so 54 points. So that's Ukraine's score, 54 points. Don't think there's any contentious scoring arrows in there. So simple equation here, 28 points will win the match for Belarus, get them into the gold medal match. And that helps. Brilliant arrow from Marusova. Oh, they're stepping up beautifully, the Belarusian archers. Just an 8 required from Timofieva to send Belarus to the gold medal match. And she's got a 9. Belarus are into the gold medal match here at the women's team's competition. Magnificent response on those last 3 arrows from all 3 of the Belarusian archers. Marusova with a 10, Tolkash with a 10, and Timofieva with a 9. Magnificent performance to come back from a rough third set from Belarus, where they only scored 50 points. 56 out of 60 ended up being their best set score of the match. They saved it till last. 2 10s and 4 9s. Disappointment for Ukraine. They still have the opportunity, though, to win a medal. Be back shortly for the bronze medal match against the Russian Federation. But there is Belarus, the victors of the semi-final. They are through to the gold medal match, where they will play Italy and win the match by 5 set points to 3.
Belarus advances to the gold medal match. Please give a warm